25 leading UK businesses have pledged to reverse all negative environmental impacts caused by their operations by the end of the decade. The move is part of the Council for Sustainable Business Get Nature Positive campaign and includes the likes of Barclays, GSK and Unilever amongst its signatories. Liv Garfield is the CEO of Severn Trent and joins us now. Liv, very nice to see you. Thank you very much indeed for joining us. I know we tried to touch base last week, but it didn't just happen. So look, tell us a little bit about this initiative and also tell us why it can't happen immediately. Why do we need a decade?
Good morning. So the imperative of restoring nature can be summed up, I think, in one statistic. Over £30 trillion worth of global GDP completely relies on high-functioning biodiversity. So if you look at any sector, then there'll be a direct link. And so that's why it's so important. Of course, it is so important as well, but it's also quite complicated. If you think about, for example, food retail, think of all the changes that somebody like a Sainsbury's has got to make to be able to halve the environmental impact of the average shopper's basket by 2030. There are like 1,000 gazillion different projects they're going to have to work on. So it can't be immediate, because it is hard, but it does have to start now, which is why the 95 businesses wanted to make a stand and say, whilst we're waiting for big targets to come out next year, we want to go early and really galvanise other businesses to join us.
But what can we do for the rest of the world? Because you know, I know, that there's going to be wars over water, there's going to be drought, there's going to be shortages, the climate change is going to make things worse as well. Is there anything that Severn Trent and the British water companies can do to use our experience to help the rest of the world?
There's two things that COP26 is talking about. It's talking about climate change in terms of carbon, and it's talking about climate change in terms of nature. And we can be a leading nation in terms of innovation for those areas. We have this amazing opportunity to be a fantastic circular economy. We're the only sector globally to have committed the whole sector to go net zero by 2030. The water sector has led on that for the last couple of years. And I think equally, what you'll see us do is take innovations from achieving that ambition, whether it's process emissions, for example, from gases that you don't even see that come out of the wastewater process, whether it's the opportunity to take, for example, toilet paper that currently is a waste product and think about creating bricks out of that and insulation for the future. I think you'll see so many exciting innovations that we will be a real global leader over the next number of years. And I'm sure all of that will translate to other countries that consistently ask for our advice and our support.